ready to take this baby for a spin.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so let's see how this baby drives. Speed bump.
What's really cool about this car, it has 576 horsepower, so
That's a lot of horses.
yeah, it really is. It goes really fast.
Yep.
And the range on it, unfortunately, it's only about 200 to 205 miles. Speed bump. So I wish the range on this was a little bit longer for an electric car.
Especially compared to other electric vehicles.
Right, but if you want a sporty car that has a bunch of horsepower, this is the car for you.
Yeah, I mean, we're just in residential areas right now, but I can already tell, like, this thing has a lot of kick, and when I put some pressure on the gas, like, it's gonna go.
Right. This also has some other trim levels as well. So if you go to the lower one, the Kia EV6 Lite, it has 167 horsepower, so a lot less than this car, and 232 miles of range roughly. And then if you go to the next one, which is the EV6 Wind, it's going to have actually 225 horsepower, but 310 miles of range. So I think that one has a lot more range, but you lose some of the horsepower on the car.
Yeah.
All right, so we can go ahead and step on it just a little bit.
Woo!
Wow.
Okay.
It has a lot of kick to it. And this car goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. So you can imagine how fast it can go.
Yeah, we are flying.
And we're only going
on the speed limit.
Right. Safety first.
Safety first. Yeah, when I'm driving, okay, what is this called again, Carrie? The, like,
Yes.
projection thing?
It's going to be the heads-up display.
Okay.
So what do you see?
I see the miles per hour. I see my sensor, like the red sensor going off that there's someone in my blind spot, and then I see the speed limit above the miles per hour. And then when I go over the speed limit, it turns red. So I can be aware of my speed that I'm going.
Yeah, it's really cool. It has a bunch of safety features in the car for a sports car.
Also, I noticed when I had my blinkers on, it had like the side camera, so I could see like if there was a biker or someone in my blind spot, which was
Yeah, it's going to have
really
live feed,
nice.
which is really, really cool in the car. A lot of cars do not have that feature, so it's cool that the Kia was able to bring that into this vehicle as a sports car.
Yeah.
This thing has a lot of kick.
Yeah. Oh my
It
gosh.
goes. It definitely goes.
It definitely goes. Yep. I can feel those horses.
Those horses. Lots of power.
Yep. Okay, and then tell me more about like the charging time again. So it takes 18 minutes to get to
80%, yeah,
Okay.
which is very little time. Just like the Ioniq 6, getting, you know, like I said, you don't have to wait a couple hours. You know, if you have that super fast charging, you can get up to 80%. And typically that's the battery life that you want to keep on these electric cars.
Yeah.
Because if you overcharge, it's gonna, if you overcharge the battery, it's gonna go ahead and drain the battery life of these cars.
Yeah.
So we have the sunroof opening right here.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Love
a
it.
very luxury car. I actually really like it for the sports car, the bucket seats, all the features in the car.
Yeah, I mean to me the biggest pull and for this car is just how fast it goes.
Yeah. Oh, it's all automatic. Just that open.
Oh,
Let's leave
gotcha.
it.
Okay, cool. So my next car for sure will be a Kia, and I do want an electric car, so I am considering this one. And do you know about like the different versions of this car?
Yeah, so it has a bunch of different trim levels. Like I said, this one probably, because it has so much horsepower in the car, it you know, it lacks on the miles and the range.
Yeah.
But there are other trim levels of the Kia, the electric model, the EV6, that's going to have a lot more mileage on the car. So
Gotcha.
you can definitely have your options open for this style car to get a lot of the same features as well.
Cool. Yeah, and this display is really helpful too.
It is. It's a large display.
We're gonna do a U-turn. Let's see.
Wow, that turned really smoothly.
Okay, that turning radius, I'm gonna be honest, the Ioniq 6, not the best turning radius. This one is much better.
This one definitely has a larger turning radius for the vehicle, which is really, really nice, especially if you're trying to make tight turns, or if you're even driving up, you know, through the canyons or whatever, and you need to make those sharp turns. This car is definitely going to do it for you.
Yep. I personally don't go up to the canyons myself. I'm more of a indoor cat. But
All right.
when I'm doing those U-turns in the shopping centers, I'll remember that.
Love it.
But yeah, I'm very impressed with this car actually. Pop quiz.
Yes.
We are in Mission Viejo. What is the best Kia dealership in Mission Viejo?
Obviously, Patterson Autos.
100%
Mission Viejo
correct.
Kia.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we are borrowing this car. Patterson Autos was very generous to allow us to drive this car for a test drive today, and they are the best of the best. Really great customer service. I would highly recommend if you're looking for a Kia anywhere in Southern California specifically, come to Patterson Kia, Mission Viejo.
Yes, they have the best staff, the sales staff there, the part staff, and your service. You're gonna get people who know their stuff about the cars. So if you definitely want to get a Kia, or if you don't really know much about it, the sales staff here and everybody here are very helpful. They're gonna be able to tell you everything about the car, the different specs, all the fun stuff in the car. How did you like how it drove?
I loved it. It's very smooth. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but the horsepower on this is incredible. It goes so fast, so quickly. So that's something to get used to if you're gonna drive this car.
Yeah, but it's really cool because when you drive this car, typically sports cars are a little more, you know, they drive, right?
Yeah.
This car, it is so smooth when you drive it, even when you're going the speeds.
Yeah. All right, now the real test is we're gonna parallel park this car.
All right.
Okay.
Which is really cool. This camera, you have so many features on this camera. So you have your reverse camera, and then you have your bird's eye view from the top, so you can see your surroundings, and all of the sensors are on the car.
Yeah, I'm looking around me, but I'm mostly looking at the screens, and
that's crazy. You have a 3D version of the car that you can pull up onto your screen, and it's gonna show exactly how you're parking the car.
Yeah, and then when I'm gonna get close to the car behind me, and I bet it'll start beeping at me.
There it is.
There we go.
And what's cool about this car, it also has parking assist. So from the key, you're able to pull out the car, and it's gonna help you park into those tight spaces.
Yeah,
which is really, really cool.
As well. Wow, super cool.
All right.